little song to help you get off on the right track today. Or maybe it'll just help you recalibrate. Take your mind off all the stress that's going on around you. Come on, you ready? Let's go.
Living out loud, living out loud. Loving out loud, loving out loud. Laughing out loud, laughing out loud. I want the world to know that I'm blessed. Hey, oh, hey.
What's going on, everybody? You are listening and watching the Living Out Loud RadioTV show with yours truly, Thurston O'Neal. What's up, guys? Glad to have you back, man.
Hey, man, good to be here.
So listen, we're back. The next bracket is already set. I'm going to show you guys the breakdown of how everything, how people voted. It was very, very interesting, actually. And I think some people must have voted after our conversation because there was a couple of comebacks that I don't think we expected. So this should be very, very interesting. Y'all look good there. All right. Vaughn, what's up, my dude?
What's up, Vaughn?
There he is.
What's going on, guys?
How you
Hey,
doing?
guys.
Man?
All right.
All right. So Vaughn, I was sharing with Randy and Darren that I think you guys are going to be kind of surprised at some results of the Super Bowl, and it gets really, really interesting now. Now we have some matchups where people are going to have to think for a minute. Couple, I don't even know who I'm going to choose yet, but I think it's going to be very, very interesting. All right. So how was your guys' week?
Pretty good.
Same old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Darren, did you hold virtual church today?
Oh yeah, we've been holding virtual church ever since March 22nd.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice.
And interestingly, we've been in some discussions because we were nomadic, which you know. And so we've been in discussions. We've decided that we're not going back to where we were.
Beautiful.
That we're going to, by faith, just get out of this nomadic thing. It's been 20 years since, we've been nomadic our entire existence.
Okay.
We're going to do that, man, until God drops us where he has us. So,
I love that, man. So this is the thing. I didn't realize you were pastoring for 20 years now, man.
20 years February, bro.
Wow.
Started from
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, man. Started from scratch in our home, and it's God. And wow, you got Jeff Roberson coming?
Yeah, listen, I'm waiting for his.
Wow.
I'm waiting for his picture to pop up because I'm going crazy right now. That's
He's
my
coming
brother,
in, so
man.
I'm going to be quiet like this whole time and listen to him talk.
This is going to be deep. This is going to be real deep. Wow. I'm just going to sit back and let him and Randy handle this one.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm with you.
Y'all had the stories last week, man. Can you imagine the stories that Jeff has, man?
Oh man, because he brings the King's Temple deal to it with Benny Cummings.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk to him about.
Oh man.
All right, so a couple of things. I'm gonna try my best to keep sort of a time limit. I don't want to keep you guys all night, but the conversation got so good last time. We were on for like an hour and a half. Reg, what's going on, baby? Good to see you,
Reg?
brother. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for having me back.
Hey, brother Alvarez.
Hey, son.
I was with you brothers last week. It was awesome.
Yeah, we had a wonderful time, man. So very glad you guys could come back. That was a great conversation, man. We actually could have had a whole show just on that, and we'll probably come back to that in a later show. But we are gonna get to the Gospel Songwriter Super Bowl. So, of course, you guys all know Jeff Roberson is a phenomenal songwriter, incredible minister. Jeff was actually one of the first guys to ask me to join his gospel group. I was really young. I don't even remember how old I was when myself and my sister Pinky were singing with Jeff way back. Jeff, I'm sure you remember that, right?
Man, can you see me? Because I can't see myself.
I can't see you. Hold on.
Start my video. There we go.
There you go. There you go. There's my man. What's up, bro?
Man, it's just a pleasure to be with you brothers here, man, on this this platform. I really appreciate you, Thurston. And
Yeah,
what you're
listen,
doing.
I appreciate. I mean, you know how much I love you, Jeff. I mean,
Yeah,
we've
man.
had a really long relationship, and yeah, you saw something in me a long time ago. You know, I remember that like yesterday. We were out in Bay Shore.
It was yesterday, man. It was.
Yo, Thirst, Jeff is the guy that played on your album?
Absolutely. He played, he sang.
He played, did he do
the song that you wrote, he played on. I
Okay.
empty myself of my. So Randy's the one that wrote that song, Jeff.
Oh, he wrote that. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So he was the only other person that wrote a song on my album. I wrote everything except that one song. It was so phenomenal, man. And you remember you came to the studio and I just sang it. You played behind me and we just started recording. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, man. You know, first of all, you got Darren Butler down here, Doc. So we really in for a good conversation with this brother here.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
His legacy runs deep, man. Real deep. Hempstead, the Butler family. His mom, man, we love her to life. You hear what I'm trying to tell you? And I mean, I know he ain't promoting, but he did a new project with my boy over there, Lindsay, right?
Well, with Tim, I did it with Tim. I'm working on something with Joe now, but I did it with Tim, and trying to get my live recording, just get it out there, man. So
there you go, bro.
Well, that's what's up. Oh yeah, and this is all about promotion, man. Don't shy away from promoting. Promote whatever you need to promote, dude. That's what it's about.
I'm just, you know what? I'm just really happy to just be in this format. You know, one thing, I'm glad it came out that Jeff is a musician, because Jeff was doing stuff musically, man, that people still can't figure out. It's the rap. So
I
bless you,
appreciate
man.
you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you know, the support and what we're doing. My whole thing has always been about helping somebody come up. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody gave me a shot. Somebody reached down and said, "Hey, man, you know, you ain't as good as the rest of these cats, but I'm gonna give you a chance." And that's how I started. So anytime I can help somebody in any kind of way, I'm going to definitely be involved as much as I possibly can.
You've done that for as long as I've known you, Jeff. For as long as I've known you,
yes,
always reaching out to help somebody in whatever way you can. If it's playing, if it's writing, if it's in the studio, bringing your people along to do some backgrounds. I mean, it's really a blessing, man. You have been a blessing to me and to the whole body of Christ, man. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking the time out to come join us tonight, man.
Come on, man. I'm just honored, you know, for what we do musically, especially here in New York. At least I know nobody can come beat me up in my house. So I'm good. But New York artists, man, it's like when they make it, they don't reach back and help nobody.
Whoa! What did
we started touching on that last week, dude?
What did we say?
We started touching on that last week, bro. For real.
They don't do it. And, you know, they don't do it. And it's sad. But, you know, what happens, I think they've missed the opportunity to create a real legacy.
Yes.
Because, man, if you build up on the talent that's in your neighborhood, Doc, your name going to ring bells around the country. That's how the Winans did it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just, you know, it wasn't just their family. They extended it to Donnie. They just kept opening up doors. And now the new cat on the block for Marvin is, what's the, not Nelson, Reynolds. This guy Reynolds.
Jonathan McReynolds.
I didn't know that. I did not catch that connection, bro.
Man.
So we got
he's a bad boy.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. We got on the subject last week because Darren was talking about the connection they have in the Bay Area that created the whole Andre and the Hawkins family and all of them, how they supported one another. And you're right. They have a legacy now. They have a legacy of artists, of songwriters, of impact on the gospel community. It's really phenomenal.
Let's not forget, though, we also discussed how Detroit caught on. And I saw it personally. I mentioned this last week about how Detroit, and Jeff, I was telling him how you know, I saw personally when I went out there for a music workshop. I'm not gonna name the artist and the name, okay? I'm gonna be nice. But I went out there for a music workshop, and I know for a fact they had beef with one another. But when it came time to get the stuff done, they went vegan. They put the beef aside, man, and they supported one another. And you know what I think? I think one of the things that needs to come out of this is that we correct what Jeff said. We correct that. There's enough firepower, quote unquote, here right now, just on this phone call, to say, you know what, we're gonna change that. We're gonna figure out a way how to come together, you know, reverse that trend, because the level of talent. Let me tell you, okay, Benny Cummings.
Lord have mercy.
When Benny would go to California, okay, Darryl Coley, the Hawkins, all of them, they would just sit back and they would just be in awe, because the New York sound was a sound that unlike was anything else in the country.
Right.
Then, okay, we're gonna talk about Jeff was a part of the band. The Meeks brothers.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Alvin.
You starting with all the heavy hitters tonight, man.
Hey, listen, why waste time? We ain't got a lot of us, so let's just go right for it, man. And you know, just when they would go across the country and they would play, they would take the place by storm. And depending on who you talk to now, it's still an enigma to them why New York didn't have more of a place of prominence on the scene than what it did, because they knew they would not. It was like, listen, y'all had a sound. Y'all had, I mean, this hard sound. We talked about this hard sound that was just like you could just sit on that thing, man. And so, anyway, I don't want to monopolize. I'm getting.
I remember the first time I heard King's Temple.
Yes, come on, man.
I was at a church called Baptist Temple.
Yeah,
it was the first time they came out and sung, and I'm sitting there, and it was a small group, and man, I mean, they killed it. And from there, they was like this choir, man, that's just like one of the first to really start with this particular type of sound. I mean, we always had choirs. I remember as far back as they had what they called the New York Community Choir. This might be way before you guys. With a guy called Isaac Douglas.
Yep.
Isaac Douglas, Benny Diggs, don't forget.
Diggs.
Man, that was the choir.
Right.
I mean, you could pull up some YouTube and check some of that stuff out. But man, that choir was like one of the first mass choirs that came out. But Benny Cummings, man, they had something special. I mean, because even Willard had something special because he would do all this classical stuff on the keyboard. I mean, it floored me, man. They was tight. They was tight.
And then it was amazing the way Jeff would compliment Willard as far as keyboards was concerned. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is Benny was a phenomenal keyboard player, pianist. A lot of people don't realize that. He also had a classical bent to him. But just to show you the greatness of King's Temple, Benny didn't have to play much. You know, Willard and Jeff just anchored that thing. And then you had Edgar Meeks on the drums. Listen, you haven't heard drum playing until you hear Edgar Meeks play drum. I'm sorry, I don't mean any harm, okay?
Yeah.
You know, not particularly, but their band was just phenomenal, man. And then the first album they did, God's Music Is My Life. It was a musician's dream. I'm just
y'all going back, man. Y'all y'all going way back. So I was just a youngster.
Me too, bro.
I recognize some of the names that they were mentioning. I recognize the names.
I hadn't even gotten to a point where I was really singing, like stepping out into the forefront I wasn't there yet, right? But I do remember just the feeling that I would get whenever I was over at King's Temple, hearing them sing. New York Community Choir. It was an experience like none other. It really was. And you're right. We should have made more of an impact globally with that New York sound that never got to the prominence that I think it should have.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right, Thurston. Absolutely.
Now, do you have an idea of why?
Well, I mean, there is an opinion. Look, like I said, I'm in my house, so ain't nobody coming up in here. Let me double check. You don't live in the hood.
That's right. That's right.
But it was a mentality, right?
There you go.
That was going around when I was coming up. But here's the deal. When I was coming up, it would be choirs like Bible Way. Okay, that's with Michael Rogers, right? Derek Schofield, Bobby Walker, Jeffrey White. Then there'd be an institutional. Then you would have a tribal mass choir.
Come on, man.
Right?
Come on.
Hempstead community. So my point is I'm setting it up to let you know how we did it. There was a competition, but it was musical.
Right.
So I remember many nights when Albert Jameson and his brother Alan, because Albert is a twin, they would come over to King's Temple and sit in our rehearsals. Right? There would be times that I would go to Brooklyn, be with in Bible Way, talk to Jeff, and we call him Spider, but it's Bobby. And we would talk. It was a camaraderie. And it was competitive, but it was musically competitive. We helped each other. That's how everybody was able to get that little name.
Yeah.
But something happened where the competition got distorted. And it became personal. And once it became personal, it became like, I got mine, you got to go get yours.
Wow.
And then we collectively, we still got the talent, but we did not have the strength of the numbers and helping each other. Now, everybody knows it's a godly shame that New York don't even have a 24-hour FM gospel radio station.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.